A lot of Americans came out of Solheim Cup playing really well when the tour went over to Asia. Was that a motivation for you?
It's exciting to play each event, and I think everyone wants to do well at all times. And maybe, to be honest, I think towards the end of the year, everyone wants to play the best they can, and they kind of want to sum up their year. And what happened? I think it's a great opportunity. I love that we're trending in the right direction, and the fact that this kind of opportunity has risen for us to be able to play for that kind of check is pretty incredible. I'm hoping that maybe that will roll over and, open up more opportunities later. But for now, I'm just really excited to play the CME Tour Championship. And yeah, there's a huge check waiting for the winner. Be pretty exciting to see who takes it. It's very important, I think, for any athlete to be able to push through the barrier that you set a goal at the beginning of the year, you set a goal for your career, and being able to achieve little by little. I think everyone would be very inspired and to themselves, and it's just hard work pays off. And so far right now, Butch has helped really in a positive way, I would say. Results have shown. So I think he knows what he's doing.
What made you want to work with UNICEF?
Well, when I was younger, I used to go to Busan, Korea a lot. My dad was out there, and it's kind of a fun fact, I think. I don't want to say it in a wrong way, but Busan from in the 1990s, I think they were in the IMF stage where they needed help from the world organizations to now donating South Korea is donating over $100 million to UNICEF in order to help in other Asia countries. They've progressed in so many positive ways. When I was younger, when I went there, my dad used to take me around to homeless people and kids, and he used to buy all these food, and we used to give it out. And I used to ask my dad, like, why are we buying so much food? He said, well, you might not think about it, but these people can't find food. So that moment kind of stuck with me because I didn't realize that people didn't have essence, kind of. It's not you could ask somebody, like, what is your right? Do we have right to get food? Do we have right to have water? But I believe that a lot of the kids they don't have a lot of power and they're vulnerable, but they're the ones that are going to shape our future. And I feel that if we can do anything to help one kid's life and they can make a better change in the future, that's just my goal. Honestly, there's been a lot of different types of things that have impacted me. I went on a trip to Dominican Republic with UNICEF Next Gen. It's a group, and that was pretty powerful trip that I've been on. I didn't realize that it's kind of ignorant of myself, and I don't know how many others actually don't know, but I didn't know that child marriages still exist. I met multiple of them, 14-year-olds that were married, that were pregnant, things like that, and they didn't have a right. They didn't know any better, and things, yeah, those were pretty shocking. I couldn't really put it into words. I'm still thinking over it. And going into hospitals and didn't have sanitation, clean water. When you walk into a hospital, and we kind of already expect things to be clean, and we expect to have water, we expect to have treatments, but there it was very different. And this one mother couldn't get a child to the hospital, and I remember getting there with the car, and I was just at the service center, and I said, how does she get there? And they said she walks. And it's about a 1.4-kilometer walk with an infant one way and then back the other way. So things like that we don't understand how much people go through in order to just get daily essentials is something that I want people to be aware about, that we can make an impact in somebody else's life. That the world is just bigger than us. It's bigger than golf, bigger than anyone. So if someone looks at me and thinks about UNICEF and thinks about what I believe in, and that's just how I can be, that's who I am.
Would this be a really bad time to ask you how it would feel to win $1.5 million this week?
I know, right? Honestly, there are a lot of ways to change the world, right? And people talk about how even UNICEF they get a lot of donations, and people talk about that as well, but 98% of the profits go towards, 89%, that was a wrong quotation. 89% of the profits go towards helping children, the 11% is administration. But for me as well, money's irrelevant, right? If you donate, $20 and you can feed so-and-so person for 20 days, but we're trying to prevent the causes at this point instead of let's just make a impact right now. I'm just trying to see what we can do later down in the future Working with UNICEF has helped me to realize that, so I think that has been the most impactful thing. And even actually seeing a group of people working so hard out of their lives, and they're all volunteers, and they all have jobs. They're lawyers, they're software companies, and these people have taken weeks out of their lives to work on stuff that people need, whether it's working on hospitals and trying to make a difference. And that has impacted me big, because it's not, for them, it's not money, it's time. And somebody once said to me, time is the most precious gift you can give. So hopefully the time I can give will be impactful.